Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in. This is Mehdi. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at 15 must-have best men's winter fragrances. These are all designer fragrances, and I don't mean that you have to own all of these fragrances. Just get them as a suggestion for your next purchase. Without any further ado, Hugo Boss The Scent Magnetic at number 15. If you like sexy and sweet fragrances without being juvenile, fragrances that have some sort of weight to it, with prominent chocolate and woody notes, this fragrance is definitely for you. Smells damn sexy and modern. I can get 6 to 7 hours plus longevity on the skin. With first hour, 1.5 average projection and sillage, a great option for close encounters and date nights. Number 14, Noir Extreme from House of Tom Ford. It is not one of the most modern smelling fragrances in my collection. I don't mean that it's outdated, but it is not that modern, as it is like pistachio flavored ice cream. I don't have any other fragrance in my collection that smells this way. I have to say it smells very yummy and edible. It is one of those solid perfuming fragrances in my collection in terms of longevity and projection and sillage. I can get like easily 10 hours plus longevity with this one, and projection and sillage is definitely above average. Number 13, Scandal Pom EDT from House of Jean-Paul Gaultier. It is a very dense and sickly, let's say, sweet type of fragrance with ton of caramel and some sort of fruity freshness at the top. I wouldn't say that is a mature fragrance. Smells a little bit juvenile, but if you want more weight and some more darkness, let's say, you can go buy Le Parfum version of this fragrance, but I prefer this one better as it is longer lasting and gets better compliments. I can get like 12 hours plus solid longevity and 2-3 hours crazy projection and sillage. Number 12, Azzaro, the most wanted parfum. A solid woody fragrance. Definitely it is woody, it is sweet. Woody notes are burnt, has that some sort of a smoky feel, burnt woody feel at the background, and a little bit of gingery freshness at the top, but it is mostly about that sweet and woody notes. Somehow reminds me of Stronger With You DNA. I would say close to that DNA without that chestnutty note. Not as complex, but definitely gets the job done and lasts on me like 12 hours plus in terms of longevity with 2-3 hours. Great projection and sillage, and complimenting factor is 9 out of 10. Number 11, Spice Bomb Extreme. I prefer infrared personally, to be honest. I like it better. It is more me. But when it comes to the suggesting fragrances, must-have fragrances, I believe this one is a better option as it is stronger, longer lasting, and gets better compliments. It is a very sweet and really spicy fragrance. Cumin note is here very prominent. Tobacco is at the background. You're gonna get also vanilla and cinnamon. Lasts on me 12 hours plus in terms of longevity and 2-3 hours. Great projection and sillage. Now we are at top 10, going fast. Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP at number 10. It is woody, spicy, sweet, and somehow herbal. Herbal because of tobacco and basil at the top. Spicy like cardamom, and I can get some sort of cedarish woody notes at the base of the fragrance. Smells damn sexy. Also, I have to say, has some sort of mature feel to it. Has that age factor, I have to say. Lasts on me like 6 to 7 hours plus maximum in terms of longevity with first hour, 1.5 average, and soft type of projection and sillage. Number 9 from House of Paco Rabanne, 1 Million Elixir. Another sickly sweet fragrance, I would say to this one. It is like sugary, extremely sweet, dense, with touch of floral and fruity notes at the background. I feel that floral notes are much more prominent than those fruity notes. Let's make it short. Screaming, loud, sweet, fruity, floral fragrance. That's it. 12 hours plus longevity, 3 hours, solid projection and sillage. Number 8, La Nuit de l'Homme EDP by Yves Saint Laurent. Underrated gem. I don't blame you because they release too much average, below average flankers, and this discourages people to go through good ones, good flankers like this one. They cannot discover every bullshit that they release, let's say. So if you like regular La Nuit de l'Homme, you're gonna like this fragrance as well, but this one is somehow darker because of leather and ambroxan, and it is sweeter and thicker because of tonka, let's say. It just smells like 70%, similar to regular La Nuit de l'Homme. Lasts on me really 10 hours, 12 hours plus in terms of longevity, but it is not a great projecting type of fragrance. Projects like average and close to skin for first 2 hours. Number 7, Versace AOS EDP. I can hear already it is overplayed, it is outdated, it is well known, but hey, in my experience, for example, when I wear Serge of Naxos, $300, or there is lots of crazy stuff, let's say $500 here, Royal Tobacco by Amouage, and I don't get that great attention that I get with this one. I know it is not all about compliments, it is like personal enjoyment, but I'm suggesting fragrance as I have to care about compliments. This one gets the job done still, guys. If you haven't smelled it, I have to say it is a sweet and woody fragrance with prominent vanilla, apple, mint, and citruses. Citruses are more prominent in the EDP version. In this one, lasts 8 hours plus in terms of longevity, with 2 hours of good projection and sillage. Number 6, Prada Lunar Rosa Black. A magic juice, I have to say to this one, as it gets very crazy unsolicited compliments. Smells like powdery, slightly fresh, and I would say some sort of plasticky feel, which gets more smoky at the dry down. Smells very different, I have to say. I get some sort of connections, let's say mutual DNAs with Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme in that genre, like powdery, thick, with ton of tonka at the base, let's say. But these are totally two different fragrances, but you know what I mean. I can get some sort of mutual vibes. Lasts on me 7 hours plus in terms of longevity, 2 hours average projection, and above average sillage. Now we are at top 5, still we are going fast. Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male or Ultra Male. So it is a pretty old fragrance in my collection. I have few different batches and backup bottles, but still gets the job done and gets solid compliments. I cannot ignore it, let's say. Still, it is one of those winners and rock stars in my collection. If you haven't smelled it, I would say it is a bubblegummy fragrance, like fruit cocktail bubblegummy fragrance. Has that bubblegummy feel, yummy feel to it. And for whatever reason, I can get quince at the top of the fragrance, which is not mentioned. Then pear and lavender and some sort of ambery, let's say, deep notes at the base of the fragrance. I get 12 hours plus longevity with this one, and 3 hours way above average projection and sillage. Number 4, again by Jean Paul Gaultier, Lal Alixir. So also you can go by Lal Le Parfum. I love that fragrance as well, but if you have any of these versions, the other one is redundant in my opinion. But if you don't have any of Lal Le Parfum or Lal Alixir, I suggest you go by Elixir, as it is denser, more complex, and somehow better in terms of performance. I would describe it as a twisted, herbal, and sweet fragrance with such a modern and memorable scent profile. Lasts on me 12 hours plus in terms of longevity, 3 hours, great projection and sillage. Number 3, Stronger With You Intensely, king of woody fragrances. It is woody, it is sweet, it is nutty at the background, and sugary, very dense, loud, and has some sort of soft, burnt, smoky feel to it. If you cannot find Intensely version, it is not that widely available for whatever reason. I don't think so, it is discontinued, but it is not as available as like 1 year before. You can go by Absolutely version. That one is a little bit boozy compared to this one. Both of these fragrances are winners, and you cannot go wrong with any of these ones. I believe lasts on me 12 hours plus in terms of longevity, and solid loud 3 hours projection and sillage. Number 2, Valentino Uomo Intense. Smells powdery, dressed up, has some sort of luxury and wealthy feel to it. Smells very successful, I like it. It's some sort of chocolatey feel at the background, and the base at the late dry down gives you some sort of soft leathery vibe like suede, for example. It is one of those fragrances that I feel I'm gonna get compliments with this one, and it happens always. Let's say whenever I wear it, almost I get compliments. 12 hours plus longevity, 3 hours cloudy, let's say, projection and sillage. They gonna smell you loudly but inoffensive. It is strong but transparent. I believe this one deserves to be at number 1. One of the best designer fragrances for winter is none other than Dior Sauvage Elixir, one of the longest lasting, best performing designer fragrances in entire my collection. Another dark and herbal fragrance. I get ton of lavender, licorice, patchouli, cinnamon, and some sort of little cardamom vibe at the top of the fragrance. I don't know if it is necessary to talk about performance of this fragrance. I would say lasts and lasts, projects and projects, and definitely gets compliments. Take care, guys.